Collective, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice, same day. Just getting these general reads in. Another collective energy read. Remember, this is timeless, so whenever this finds you, it finds you for a reason. It may be one or two things, but take what resonates. Don't make anything fit. It's supposed to fit. You know what I mean? It's supposed to plug right into your day, right? It's supposed to align with you. Something is gonna keep that. Gonna keep that out. But thank you for every like, comment, share, and subscribe. Camera's right here. I got my iPad propped up differently. But I thank you for every like, comment, share, and subscribe. Every super thanks. I send all that ashe back to you and yours tenfold. If I did not get back to you in your super thanks, I thank you so much. It's not personal. I just like so many videos. I get so many comments. I'm really surprised. I'm still shocked because it's like I'm just putting the work out, right? I'm not expecting so much, right? But it really is appreciated to every one of you that tune into me and that encourage me, support me, that just give me grace for a little bit of time. I'm taking up, look, this is a part of your day, right? You're choosing to spend some time with me. So that's a blessing, right? So let's go ahead and get started, though. If you need a personal booking, Shamika Sun with C in Shamika at gmail.com. Shamika Sun at gmail.com. But let's go ahead and get started. Angels of the highest of white light, ancestors of the highest of white light, please bestow upon me. And please remove any type of interruptions. Please give me clear and concise messaging over what the viewer needs to hear today. Bro, I have 3 lighters in my pocket. One of them works. Thank you, and Ashe. Let's see. This is really serene energy. I felt a lot of chaos earlier. That's what I was really getting up here. That was what I was going to channel into. But I'm not feeling it anymore. I'm not feeling guided to channel into it. It's a clear energy that I'm feeling into. It's probably my own personal collective. And whatever I was going through, right? But I felt a lot of hostile energy earlier. Maybe you're coming out of a place of hostility, or maybe you're getting out of a location of hostility. Maybe, I don't know. Take what resonates, right? You could have been transitioning from a hostile situation. You take what resonates. Shit, I just burned my neck. Did just like that. But let's see. Lack of attentiveness may be significant because that was lack of attentiveness on my part. They just burned the shit out of my neck. But a need to focus up, pay attention, or maybe a need to be presently aware. Maybe if thoughts are fogging your mind, past experiences, future experiences, worries, things like that, there's a need to ground yourself in the present moment is what I'm getting off the top. But first message I did pull was you have hit a lot of hidden admirers. I think whoever I'm picking up on, you have a graceful approach about you that people really take to. There's some graceful presence because I'm feeling serene, right? And when I feel this energy, I feel like I can open up, right? When this lack of rigidity, I don't think that's even a word. That may be. The lack of rigidness that may be the word. The lack of rigidness, I can feel from whoever this is I'm channeling into. It gives me the space to open up clearly. I'm channeling concise messages. I feel clear. Whoever I'm channeling into, you must be very clear in your mind, or there's a need for a few people to clear your mind, right? If you're one of the ones that resonate with the message, there's a need to ground yourself in the present moment, right? Maybe thoughts are occupying thoughts of parts of your mind or parts of your day that they shouldn't be. It's just your reminder, confirmation to kind of get your head out the gutter. And you can do this in very quick ways. With Palo Santo, sage, things like that, it can clear decluttered energy out of your auric field energetically. That can be something. But grounding, meditation, it's usually something within. And it's usually a thought pattern. It's usually something, even if it's something outside of self, it's usually your attention that you're putting to it that is unhealthy, or it's becoming unhealthy. People... Why does this come out? People are haunted by how they treated you. I'm gonna leave that. They are fake, cut it off. Your art is needed, bro or sis. You're a starlight energy. So you may be a great public speaker, or you may be how am I gonna word this? You may be extroverted, maybe not extroverted. Maybe you're good socially. Maybe you're very what do you call that? Maybe you flow naturally socially, so to speak, right? Maybe you have a very talent or a gift of gab with people. So that could be speech. That could be how you take to people, how people take to you. You could be a great listener. You could be a great speaker. You could be somebody that convinces others, persuasion's coming through. So you may be, people may convince like you're persuasive with how you come off, man or woman. That could be an attractiveness thing, but that I'm getting like it's more so how you come off. Whether that's your energy, whether that's how you command things. It's like I'm getting an energy, somebody, you command attention is what I'm picking up on, and you command respect, and it's an energy exchange, right? This is subconscious. Just like how you can look at somebody that doesn't respect themselves or somebody that really does respect themselves. There's a difference between somebody that respects themselves and somebody that respects themselves and does not allow or nor tolerate disrespect from others. That's a different level of self-respect. And you can oftentimes feel that level of said self-respect. And what I'm picking up on is that said energy, right? So you probably don't take no shit from nobody. Everything just works out for you, and people become enraged by this. You may have a natural favor to you. You may have a way of finding your way around things. Unconventionality is coming through. You know, a lot of my collective videos revolve around uniqueness, oddness, somebody sticking out in some way, shape, or form. That outlier energy, right? For relativity points, right? For the next person in some degree, way, shape, or form, or some realm to see you as some type of relativity point for what they may have room to insert within their own lives, or vice versa, or exert out of their own lives in terms of what's not necessary, in terms of what limiting beliefs, or what's not to be or what can't be, right? Whoever I'm tapping into, you have this energy about you. There's something unique about you. There's something that's special. And that's what I'm talking about, that uniqueness. Like, you can probably become some type of, you can do something I'm gonna hold off on that. Hold on. Call your power back from those that cling to it. Okay, so that's a card from earlier. Call your power back from those that cling to it. You have people in regret for how they treated you. But that could be past, present, that could be today, right? That could be some shit that happened earlier this morning. You take what resonates. But it's like, call your power back from I'm getting the message from that is to call your power back from those psychologically pulling on your energy. And you can, when you're an empath, whoever I'm tapping into, you're a very sensitive individual energetically. So there's a need for you to cut cords with things that are pulling on your subconscious or psychological emotional body, right? Those things that you feel tugging at you, that you aren't seeing in front of you, before you, it's probably something from somebody else from on a psychological level or emotional bodily level, right? I don't think I said that right, but either way, it's something of that nature that is something that you're supposed to become aware of, to the point it's almost like it's about going within to the point to get down to the brims of where said things come from, whether that's just going toward the feeling in said meditation, right? I meditate on a lot of things, and I go towards certain things on a very cellular level, so to speak, right? I really go toward it spiritually, energetically, and I have a certain ability which I can transmute the energy. And a lot of us have that. And so I guess I'm really stating that on a perceptual awareness level, because it's not like I'm just doing, no, it's not like that. But I'm going within myself and going toward it as if I'm doing it like that, and kind of directing the energy. But there's a need for going within and understanding that you're supposed to be redirecting the energies of your own mind. For those that may be stuck in not stuck, away from the present moment, far guarded for the present moment. I'm picking up on different energies at once. But this is to protect you from devil energy. This is all the point. This is the whole point. Awareness. This is what I keep preaching, right? I keep going on awareness, right? To be aware when somebody tries to psychologically get one over on you. And sometimes, and when I say sometimes, probably 70% of the time, people are unconsciously thinking of things or scenarios or things like that that revolve around you in certain ways, especially if you deal with a lot of karmic energy. This is for my ones that are dealing with trauma or psychological things that are connected to memories, right? Those memories play energetic roles in how you're still manifesting now and what you're still attracting now. It can be so subconscious that it may not even reflect in your thoughts, but 9 times out of 10, that if it's traumatic, it's still somewhere low-key reflecting your thought patterns, whether it's that little tints of aggression, that rage, that combativeness, the resentment, the lack of forgiveness, the density, right? It's a need to go toward that and fully kind of the whole goal for somebody, because we all feel, hear, see, we have different gifts. The goal is for you to clear out density and turn it into flow. Alchemize density, heaviness into flow so you can allow more energy in. That's the whole point. To simplify a lot of these things, because I don't like how I kind of went about that, like how I structured that. It was kind of all over the place a little bit. But there's a need to put death to anything that's kind of taking away from your attention span in the present moment that you may not see before you. And this is kind of that guideline to maybe finding inklings intuitively toward where those things may have originated or may still be somewhere that you can obtain or alchemize right now within yourself. That's just a significant message for a few people, because with this unique energy, you're going to get projected energy. You're going to get energy projected onto you all the time. People are going to feel a way about you. People are going to judge your energy, right? You're meant to be. Your relativity point. This is for somebody. A relativity point. It may be similar with the title. With the Three of Pentacles, a lot of people they see it wasn't a joke now. A lot of people end up like taking to your spirit, right? There's something about your uniqueness that I'm speaking about that is your treasure. It's not your insecurity. It's not your uncomfortability. It's your treasure. And you need to affirm it as such. Your differences are probably going to cause some type of shift, even if that's just in a friend group, even if that's in a family dynamic. That's crazy. I mean, not crazy. That's a big shift in terms of what that's going to create for different. If you're affecting one person can affect so many different people, from that one person spreading it over time to another person that spreads it to another person. So thinking about it like that, it's like whoever I'm picking up on, you're gonna impact probably a family dynamic. I specified on that. You're probably some type of black sheep, trailblazer that's supposed to be like a low-key goat. You know what I mean? Those be the ones that little weird little nigga, or the weird, when I say little nigga, I be trying to watch the language, but it's always the odd one out, right? That ends up being the GOAT. It's always like this, the same story. That ends up being the authority figure. Hierophant energy, maybe a Taurus energy. Shout out to the Tauruses, North Node's mine. You may be standing in your authority figure. You may be standing in your authority at this point. You may be an authoritative figure. You may be I'm picking up like a... You may have a lot of reverence in your community, or when I say reverence, you may not be the most liked, you may not be the most admired. When I say reverence, it's like revered, like I said the same word. You're like formidable. That's the word. Thank you, Spirit. Formidable is the word. Like, you're formidable. Yeah, you can be an opponent to many people, but people respect you as an opponent because they know what you come with. It's almost like that. Whatever your difference is, people revere it. Even if they like it, dislike it, judge it, whatever, you're revered more than you think. And it's a need to kind of embody more of a, what am I getting? Like a kind of shine in that. Shine in your gift. Accept your gifts is what I'm getting. And I'm working through the same things now myself. Accept your gift. Shine through your gifts, right? You're going to get judged regardless. That's the whole point. For a lot of people, self-reflection, that they either later on accept or don't, right? But what is the situation teaching you? Because you got something to learn with these things. When I say we're relativity points for a lot of people, everybody's a relativity point for us. When you're an empath, you can take it like that. That's a significant message for somebody that didn't see it like that, right? Everybody can be a relativity point if you can feel everybody. It's a mirroring exchange, right? Because you're naturally mirroring somebody else based on what you feel, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. Whoever I'm tapped into, graceful presence. But I feel like it takes a lot to get to the depths of you, though, right? It's the same way for a lot of different people. Like, With me, I like to express different sides or multi-dimension. Like I'm multi-dimensional. So in those different dimensions, whether it's music or whether it's different, types of facets of my life, I express myself in those ways, but I may not pull people in to express my deepest in it thoughts, right? You may be like that. I'm using myself as an example. You may be similar to that. You may not express your truths to people at all. You may not express to people at all. There may be a need to express your truth. Maybe a need to express your gifts. There may be a need to express your ideas. Whether it's just out loud to yourself is what I'm picking up on. I don't know. Like express them and validate them. Like I used to write a lot of my thoughts down, and that I realized how powerful it was. That may be significant for somebody. You may be a writer. You may be a poet. Maybe an artist. But I realized how powerful it was emptying out my brain, and how powerful those words kind of started painting into my life. So I had to watch what I would even write down too. It was almost like that too. I mean, expressing yourself is great, but don't be writing down just negative things. It's like the power of your tongue. Same thing. Your voice is therapeutic, followed by that. I've been holding it the whole time. I did not see that. Maybe an artist, man. You may be a truth speaker, and I always get that. Like, it's either artist, truth speaker. Or I heard podcasts. You may like to stream podcasts, something significant for somebody like that. Or it's an idea for somebody. If you're taking that idea, do that shit. I'm getting a lot of different energy, right? But keep following that yellow brick road wherever you're intuitively guided. Because one thing about being that unique figure, right? And that's just a broad, general statement for a wide collective of different people. It's not, I can't put it into one word besides unique. It's just bland to me, I'm thinking. But with the yellow brick road, it's easier with, when you stand out so much, you'll know what your path is. It's easier to find your own path. It's easier because you're creating it. You're forging it. It's not easy, the path. It's not easy to carve your own path. It's not easy to find your own direction. But it's easy to see what's yours. It's easy to see yourself if you're in tune with yourself, right? A lot of people co-assimilate into the same directions based on a likeness of somebody else or a goal of somebody else that may not even be their own goal. A vision of themselves that may not be their own vision. These things bump in. Yeah, it may make money, it may make success, it may make status, it may bring those values that are cool, right? We enjoy those things. It's pleasurable, right? But where the bump in the road comes in is where conviction, finding one's path, finding one's journey. And God forbid when God brings obstacles to one's journey and it has to redirect, if you didn't have that conviction or your own vision for your own path before, how the fuck are you going to redirect your energy? How? Right? You're going to be relying on whatever else vision you were before or somebody else. That's where this soul journey thing in a spiritual sense is so important. That's why I really love and value and cherish unique, weird people, right? Because those people know who they are. There's a lot of value in that. And there's a lot of strength in that. So whoever I'm picking up on, acknowledge yourself. And affirm yourself. Whether that's through writing affirmations or just speaking them every day. It's a very important thing in this day and age. It's a lot of co-assimilation. And the co-assimilation is negatively based. If the co-assimilation was positive, I'm sure it'd still feel fucking weird, right? But if you're like an empath, right? I'm tapping into mostly empaths here. You don't have to be an empath to feel energy. But when you're an empath, you feel it sensitively. You can feel it as if it's yours. So those negative co-assimilations just start to repel you, right? Whether that's a societal standard, whether that's people, whether that's places, it just starts to repel you because you're sensitive to it. And a lot of people may not understand that, and that's okay, right? 1909 as I say that. And I had to learn that. And I had to learn the grace you can't judge somebody for how they feel about those differences, right? And I had to kind of realize that, people judge the shit out of me. And I had to realize, how different it had to be for somebody that's not thinking like that is, whatever, right? And they're doing whatever they're doing. But to see how you are from an outer perspective may be very different than you may see yourself. Is what I'm really saying with that. Because I had to look outside myself. I've been looking back on my journey a few days ago. I was like, damn, I was a nutcase. You know what I mean? And I still may be in some cases. And you may be yourself. Not only are you a miracle, though, but one is on its way to you, though. but you're perfect the way you are, though, right? And I'm not such a nutcase in terms of, I was a basket case in terms of, like, I was like a rebel for, like, what I stood for. And at some parts of my own journey, I came to points where, you know, what I stood for was kind of uprooted by corruption or something that I didn't even see clearly to begin with. So it had me going back on my own convictions. So whoever I'm tapping into, it's like, maybe you've had times that you've had to redirect your point of views many times. I'm sure every single person that's watching this video can relate to having to redirect, because that's life. We're going to have to always redirect. Nothing will ever stay the same. And you may have something for 80 years, but you're always going to, it's not going to always be there. But it doesn't mean things are going to you're going to lose things quickly. But I'm saying, like, transition, that's what I'm saying. Alchemy, it signifies and it highlights the importance of alchemy energetically, because it always things are always going to be in shift. Energy is always going to be in play. Introspection and awareness is your key out of any energetic density, like I spoke of earlier, or whole, because your awareness and finding it and alchemizing it, using your awareness and using your knowledge of said alchemy, right? Your own, and that's really what you do with the energy. That's your alchemy. Everything's alchemy, right? It's what you do with that damn energy, right? But staying grounded at this time when there's a lot of energy being thrown at you, or there's a lot of energy within you that's stuck or feels stuck, there's a need to ground yourself or ground it out of your energy. And that can go through, that can happen through exercise. That can happen through any type of, like, you know, a sauna may be significant for somebody. But any type of energetic release in a mass, like in a closed environment is what I'm getting. Like a sauna would be perfect for somebody. Kind of release pressure, or maybe a massage. I'm not sure. But yoga may be significant. There's a lot of women that tap into me. With this emperor energy, it's a need to clear out these energies so you can feel empowered within yourself, and so you can rise to that emperor energy within yourself. Like I said, it's about energetically cleansing or clearing one's auric field, or whatever is attached to one's field negatively that's impacting such stagnancy or stuckness or any type of negative resulted manifestation or feeling or whatever that is within or without or outside of yourself, right? And to alchemize that into flow. Flow is the highest of abundance. It's the most what do you call that? It's the greatest translation of abundance. That's what I was getting with flow. And it's the need to just stay in flow. But with that collective, I think that's my last one. I appreciate every like, comment, share, and subscribe, but I need to get on going. But I appreciate every super thanks. If I didn't get back to you, I'm probably gonna get back to you whenever I read comments. I like to do it every few days. But I'm sending so much love to y'all. If you need a booking, shamikasun@gmail.com with a C in Shamika. Without further ado, ashe, and so much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all.